Now you know where school buses come from. Well, today I'm on the road, on the way back to Devil's Lake, my hometown. Gonna see my parents, gonna see what's going on, gonna remind them what I look like since I never get home. Yeah, we're gonna go around Devil's Lake, take a look at some of the areas around there. Apparently there's some things going on that I should see, and so I guess I'm gonna see them. Now, being on the road with me is a rather noisy affair. See, I kind of either have lots of loud music going, or I have to have windows open, even in the dead of winter. I'm sorry, I have to have the window cracked open a little bit. I gotta have that. And I have the blower going, you know, the heater or the air conditioning, whatever the case may be, going full blast. That's the only way I can drive. I cannot drive in total silence. The idea of a silent car is absolute death to me. I gotta have noise, I gotta have something going on all the time. It's the only way I can think. Oftentimes when I'm on the road, and that's not very often, but oftentimes when I am on the road, I come up with pointless things that I think of. And I just came up with the newest pointless thing. I just bought Cracker Jacks throughout the first time. And have you ever noticed that Cracker Jacks always are round? They come in these little round things, you know? It's like all the popcorn is round. How do they know that? Do they have some guy on the assembly line just picking out just the round ones? And that's all they get, then they put the caramel on that and that's it? That's very strange, unless there's a certain kernel out there someplace that only pops these round kernel things. Isn't that strange? They're all round. There are very seldom anything else, but they are pretty much all round. So that's a very good Cracker Jack thing. Someone ought to call or write the Cracker Jack people and ask them for their secret of completely round popcorn kernels. But there you are. Someone out there know. Tell me why are all the kernels of popcorn for Cracker Jacks? Why are they all this round thing, perfectly round? You know, gourmet round popcorn. Oh well. I'm allowing myself to eat these things because I'm on the road. I allow myself to eat complete garbage on them when I'm on the road and pay for it later. But that's my treat to myself. So yeah, wow, I'm a wild man. This right here is basically my neighborhood. This is kind of where I grew up. This house right here is where my best friend Todd was lived at. He was pretty cool. And this is another friend of mine, Eric, who's right there. I think his parents still live there. This used to be a slough over here. It looks like it's gotten really kind of pretty, actually, although kind of sloughish, I guess. But right here is my house. This is where Brent Braniff lived for most of his life. Or most of his young life. Most of his life was lived in Minot now, but there we are. So yeah, I'm home. I probably fell down these stairs more times than I can imagine. Because I remember doing that an awful lot when I was a kid. Yeah, I know, it's terrible. This is where I used to actually live. This was my place I used to have downstairs. This is my parents' house, of course. And yeah, now of course I use it for storage. And there you go, you know, that's what happens. But that was my closet there and that type of thing. But I used to have posters up on the wall and everything in here, and yeah, it was pretty wild. And there you go. But this was our basement, which was kind of my place to live, and TV room and that type of stuff. But it's changed quite a bit now. But yeah. So this was where all the action happened when I was a teenager. Well, yeah, well, action. Well, I had to show this because this is absolutely shocking to me. Shocking only because I don't remember it ever being like this. Devil's Lake, of course, flooded really badly at one point and took a lot of homes with it and that type of thing. And what I'm going to show you here is a road, and this road used to go down to the lake. And we used to actually go swimming down there an awful lot of times. And we had a beach down there. It was really quite nice. But now what's happened is the lake got so big that it just absolutely swallowed up the road completely. And just bizarre to see this for me, because I remember this road going all the way down someplace way over there. and we used to go swimming on a beach that is now under all that water. It's just unbelievable to see that. So there's my youth under feet and feet of lake. Well, this is where I used to go to school when I was a kid. 7th through 12th grade was here at the time. Now it's just a middle school. But yeah, I didn't have the greatest time when I was a high school kid. But it's interesting to see it again, and I can't believe I'm walking through here one more time. It is very strange walking down these halls again, because I haven't done this, I don't think, for nearly 35 years, maybe, something like that. It's very different. But it's changed a lot, so it doesn't feel so bad. This right here used to be the art room. It looks like it still is the art room, so that's good to hear. I had a lot of fun here and a lot of good times in the art room. It was kind of one more little sanctuary. It was a great place, and I had a great teacher, Mr. Robert Moore, who was probably my savior back then. You know, Devil's Lake is really actually a rather pretty town. When I was here as a kid, I really wanted to leave very badly. And I didn't have a very good time here. But really, out of a lot of cities in North Dakota, Devil's Lake has actually become one of the more prettier. I mean, look at this building. That is just absolutely gorgeous. I think that's the Great Northern Building, I think is what that is. It's always been a beautiful building, but man, they've really done some beautiful things to it. This is the ranch, and I used to work here as a kid as a busboy. My friend Ross Harmon got me a job here, and I'm really glad he did. It was a great time. The people were fun to work with. The bosses were a little bit scary from time to time, but I think bosses are supposed to be scary. But it was altogether a pretty good time. Well, today was so surprising. I did not expect to do any of those things that I did. I didn't expect to go down any of those hallways or walk into any of those buildings or down any of those streets ever again. But for some reason I decided I needed to do it and kind of chase away any leftover demons from my high school past or my grade school past or anything. And I was glad I did that. Devil's Lake is a nice little town, and it's very beautifully put together, and it has some awesome buildings. So yeah, I'm glad I did it. And so I think that's about it for, oh, but one more thing, I almost forgot about this. The Cracker Jacks that I got, yeah, actually there is a prize still in Cracker Jacks, and here it is. I did get the prize, and the prize is something called Smart Mouth, I guess. It's something I'm sure I'll have to deal with when I have both hands free. But sadly, they don't give out any more little plastic toys that you can choke yourself with. So you have to choke yourself on this piece of paper, I guess, or cut yourself with it or something like that. But at any rate, there you are, Cracker Jack prize, and woohoo, isn't that fun? Okay, and so until next time, thanks a lot for watching, and I'm sure there'll be more adventures to come. See you next time.